excited to share some information tonight. And a lot of you know about this information already because you've seen this in action. Those of you that were at regional, you requested this. Many of the leaders around the country saw this session taped with 15 unfranchised owners sharing over 40 products on stage, and it was a huge hit. So the company reached out to me and asked me if I would do something on MeetOn. So here we are. So I want to congratulate everybody that's on tonight and tell you that we're going to share a couple different things tonight. Not only some of our products, I'm going to share some steps that we just created. It's called Step 1, 2, 3 for the business, and it's going to include our products, and it's going to include the shopping annuity because that's what we are. We're all striving to hit the shopping annuity bonus pool and, to use our own products. The challenge is over the years, many of us got away from using our own products, and I think it's because we just didn't know enough about them. At our presentations, our UBPs, where we present the business plan, we weren't speaking a lot about our products anymore. So we were losing some testimonials, and people have short attention spans now. So I don't care what anybody says, pictures are worth 1,000 words and testimonials sell. So we're going to go through some testimonials tonight, but I know 2017 is going to be the best year ever, and I know we're all looking forward to Miami. I cannot wait to get there. But speaking of going to Miami, a lot of you are flying. Those of you are fortunate enough to be in Miami already. You may not have to use this regimen, but those of you who are flying, airplane air is the worst. I sat next to Dr. Stephen Lamb twice on an airplane, and he said to me, "Do you know how bad airplane air is?" I said, "I know. I always get sick, even though I take all these supplements." And he said to me, "Well, did you take OPC before you got on the plane? Did you take at least 2 caps before and after you got on the plane?" I said, "No, I didn't. I just took some this morning." And he said, "Well, before you get on that plane, take OPC, 2 caps of your OPC, 2 caps of Immune." Now, we didn't have Immune till a few years ago, and this is one of the best products you could take for cold or flu season or before you get on that airplane. So 2 caps of OPC, 2 caps of Immune, and you will not get sick. All right, so take that before and after. Forget that airborne stuff. That stuff is not good. So also, I want to mention that I've been on the 21-day challenge. I'm coming to Miami as a new me. I haven't been this thin since I did the last 21-day challenge. And I'm going to make sure I do this on an ongoing basis. Once a year, for sure, I'll be doing a cleanse. I've always been pretty good with my weight, but as I've hit 55 years old, it is difficult. And I can say I'm so thankful to my coaches, Andrea and Holly, for coaching me. And I love the Facebook. I love this new Facebook coaching. It's simple. It's easy to follow. People share recipes. But Ed and I are down a lot of weight. We're feeling real thin. You could see in the background is my 21-day challenge kit. And obviously, because I'm doing so well, I have a lot of friends that are following me. So, I don't go anywhere without my products. And, of course, when I tell the story about Joanne Sheen going on the ship, I watch a lot of the Asians. They go everywhere with their products. They take them to restaurants. They take them everywhere they go. So I just went to Cabo, and I took all my products with me, and I displayed them all over the kitchen counters. And we had, I think it was 8 people. There were 4 couples in each one of the homes. And, of course, people said, "What is that?" And I sponsored a nurse practitioner because they were so in love with the Daily Essentials kit. So that being said, you do not leave your home without your Daily Essentials. All right? Now, these are in my car. These are in my purse at all times. And I bring a flyer with me. And you can make these in your back office. And here you can see I just customized, actually. Andrea did this, customized it with Lynn's name on it, the new nurse practitioner. Let's just see. So we had customized the flyer, and you just go to your back office, and you go to the product, and it says download flyer, and then you can customize it with the person's name on it. So I have my own, and again, everywhere I go. I just went to the bank the other day. My little 16-year-old Stephen wanted to invest, and we had the samples right there for the financial banker. And he said, my gosh, I'm going to love these. My wife is going to love these. And of course, I introduced him also to the digestive enzymes because I always have these with me, these little packets. So again, don't leave home without these. These are the best way to get customers. And I've heard, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but don't be upset with me, Dr. Deidre Mason, but I did hear that they're going to be making more packets. So let's hope that by convention we might see some other packets introduced, because what a great way of sharing and introducing your products. So everyone, I feel, needs to be on TLS. If you're with this company, you're in the health business now. Everybody, whether you're whatever size you are, this is a lifestyle program. I haven't felt this good in I don't know how long. So I feel that everybody needs to do at least the 21-day challenge. So that's my take on it. I hope you follow me, and you will feel as good as Ed and I do now. So moving forward, I just want to say that for right now, Unlimited Lifestyles is down. So it's www.unlimitedlifestyles.com. I'm going to be talking a lot about this site because a lot of the materials I'm going to talk about tonight are on this site. It should be up by tomorrow. Unfortunately, it was hacked, but we worked on it all day today. Thank you, Rebecca, again, for coming to my rescue. So we'll be getting that back up there. But you want to look on the tab called Recorded Calls and Webinars, and you want to scroll to the bottom, and you're going to see there's many product calls and webinars there for you. There's a webinar that I did with Don Martin probably about 3 years ago, and it was phenomenal. We covered 30 products from 10 unfranchised owners, and you'll be able to tap on that when it's up tomorrow. And every one of our new unfranchised owners, we put them through that webinar because we want them to hear about their products and services that we offer. So that's a good one. And of course, the one we did at Regional, we're going to be putting that link also on unlimitedlifestyles.com under the recorded calls and webinar section. So not getting off of the products, but I do want to talk about that step 1, 2, 3 that we put together because I like to simplify. And this year I know it's about the shopping annuity. It's always been about the shopping annuity. We just named it the shopping annuity now. And I think sometimes people get confused with the shopping annuity. All it means is you buy all your own products and services for yourself. And of course, you're going to use your Market America products first. It's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. And when you don't find what you're looking for, you shop online. It's as simple as that. But your real money, the main money is coming from your own products and services. So we're going to keep talking throughout this short presentation about some of the other testimonials I want to share and that you actually have heard if you had heard the regional presentation. So if you've not heard that, it's fantastic. I think you should share it with every new person. I just did a local seminar and Lisa Tolbert said her business is exploding because she's using these techniques now. And those techniques are that when we bring on a new person, we bring them to our homes. Now, if you've been in the business a while, I hope all your products have been replaced in your home with your own products and services. Why would you buy from anybody else? This pays you. There's tax deductions if done properly. I use a lot of my products for advertising. Even when I go to somebody's house now, I don't bring them a bottle of wine anymore. I bring them a bottle of isotonics, or possibly I might bring them some skincare, or I might bring them a little Motives lipstick or lip gloss. I'm giving those as gifts, my BV products first, because I want to get repeat customers. So no more bottles of wine or gifts. Any gifts will be given from my store. So when somebody new comes on, I bring them through my home and I bring them through the whole catalog. And of course, I have most of all of these products. I probably have every one of them in this catalog in my home because I've been in the company for 20 years. So I'm always adding. If a new product comes on, I try it immediately because this is my business and I can't talk about something that I don't use. So I put out all the products. I bring the new person to my house if they're within, driving distance. Otherwise, I go through the phone calls on unlimitedlifestyles.com and the webinar we did at the regional and that other webinar that I did with Don Martin, or I should say the webinar. So that's how we get people excited by sharing the testimonials. Now we try products, we taste products. When people come to my house, I make them a shake. And boy, this chocolate shake with, of course, organic peanut butter, or you could use powdered peanut butter, and organic almond milk. Of course, where did I get the organic almond milk and the peanut butter? From Jet.com, my new favorite store. In fact, Catherine Scalisi told me she ordered a saddle for her horse on Jet.com. So don't just think it's groceries and things like that. It's everything. We just ordered a bullet, everything. I just cannot believe that they deliver eggs and fresh groceries and the way they pack it, and it's at my door. And how fast, within 48 hours, everything is right there at my doorstep. My UPS man cannot believe what's happened lately. He's carrying these boxes up right to my front door, and no gas, no waiting in lines. Love it, love it. So with that, I've told a lot of people about my story, and I will go back to the 3 steps in a minute. But I have told a lot of people about my story with my back, but it's worth repeating. It's worth repeating, and I did write it down for all of you. Because even though I said it at the regional, even though it's recorded, and then we will put that recording up, as I said, tomorrow from the regional, people still ask me, what did you take and what was the dosage? So thank you, Karen Marino, for giving me these tips. But when I hurt my back, slipped a disc, and it was so painful, having children was easier. The doctor said, we're going to put you on all kinds of steroids, and we're going to put you on painkillers, steroids, and I didn't want any of that. I did think that I might have to do it, but Karen said, no, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take, and the key is how much you take of it. Your prime joint formula, you're going to take the bromelain, and you're going to take the OPC. But the key is you're going to take enough of it every 4 hours. And she said, I also want you on curcumin, and I also want to make sure you're on fish oils. Now, I am already on all those products. The challenge was I was not taking enough of them. So she said that you need to take this amount every few hours. So every 4 hours, I took 2, 2, and 2 of those products. And then I took 2 curcumin and 4 fish oils a day. Now, of course, after about a week, I cut down. But within 24 hours, I was up walking around and I was screaming in pain. So, I tell that story to so many people because I know so many people with injuries. Be real careful, everybody, about how long you're on the computer and how you bend over on the computer, because between that and some of the other things I did, that's what really did me in. So let's just talk about step 1, 2, 3. I actually downloaded everything and I put it in a little folder, and I know a lot of you have done that. I'm just trying to get used to this camera. So please go on to unlimitedlifestyles.com, hopefully by tomorrow. And at the very top of recorded calls and webinars, you'll see step 1, 2, 3 and all the downloads. And you will see that it will include attachments, and it will include a phone call, a half-hour phone call going through those steps. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that since our focus is the products tonight and the shopping annuity on our BV products. But I will say that step 1 is going to include the video that we came up with. It's a short video, and Ryan Stack just nailed it for us. And it's a summary of this business. I know so many people around the country have used it, but it's there for you in step 1. And also, step 1, obviously, you're going to develop relationships, and we have that video. I call that video the eliminator. If somebody doesn't see something in that video, then I'm working with the wrong person or it's wrong timing. I just move on. I only want to work with the right people and the people that want to work with me. I don't care if I have to go through 20 or 30 people to find the right one. When you find the right one, it's worth it. Believe me. I remember when I first started, I think, I don't know, and maybe probably 50 to 75 to 100 people said no to me. How did I keep going? I don't know. It was, I had goals, I had dreams, and I knew this would work. So, be serious people follow serious people. People follow committed people. I'm still committed. So, again, step 1 will expose the summary of the plan. And step 3 is a pre-registration. Do not register anybody without that pre-registration. Please check it out. It gives you notes on what you can go through with the new person, the Getting Started guide. It's really fabulous. So it will include all company materials, and it will also include a video on administration from Shane Krangle. I love that 8-minute video because it takes away all the excuses and it explains to people about their requirements. All right, and it also has a couple videos on there, 10-minute video on cash flow quadrant, on leverage, and why the network industry is so powerful from Robert Kiyosaki. And also tax advantages with Sandy Bakken, and a little just short clip with Damon John on the power of our company. So we use that before somebody registers. We go through that pre-registration step. That's step 2. And step 3 is wonderful. It's going to be follow-up, and follow-up is the key to this business. So on step 3, it's going to include, again, your Getting Started guide, some tips that you should go through with a new person, and it will have the product call there, that you want to go through that product call with every new person and talk about the MA catalog, how you should go through it with every single person, share testimonials. It will also have attached to it the Daily Essentials flyer, and it will also have on there the logic behind the shopping annuity that was done by Sandra Moore, who I love to death, and I stayed with Dr. Mylan Moore and Sandra, and I realized how she really got the shopping annuity, and so I recorded her. And Barry Gollum, what would we do without Barry Gollum, our shopping ambassador? He did a quick phone call giving you tips and strategies on how to hit it. And even that 30-minute call going through step 1, 2, 3 gives you such great tips. I mean, Tamara Weinstein, Chris Sartley was on that call, the top retailer of the year for 3 years in a row. He's won it. He was on that call giving you tips and strategies on how to hit the bonus pool. We have so many people hitting the bonus pool right now. I'm so proud of all you guys. We're working as a team, and we want to make sure that everybody hits it in the next quarter. So check out the step 1, 2, 3. And on that step 1, 2, 3, you're also going to see in step 3 bullet points. Now, right here, I made a book on the bullet points. These are bullet points on all of our products. So let me just see if I could just get that in the picture. I can flip through. These are the Nutrimetrics ones, but there's regular ones. So it doesn't matter. The Nutrimetric ones are pretty much the basic, the same. But what we did was we just looked through pages and pages and pages of the different health products. And then we just took 5 or 6 of the most important things said on why our products are so much better than so many of the other products that are on the market today. So now you could talk intelligently about your products. And I love testimonials, but I'm not one that gets technical. I use some of my people. I make sure I go to Barbara, or I go to Tamara, or some of my product people, or I'll call Cheryl Dutches, for that kind of thing. But now I don't have to, because I have my bullet points. I can be very professional and look over at the bullet points when I'm in a professional environment, if there's somebody that just wants to get a little bit more detail. So download those bullet points, make your own book, and keep them with you wherever you go. All right, so let's just go through a couple more products. I want to just give you the greatest tip. I just sold a Pentaxel the other day, and reason being is I've been walking with this woman, and I've been working on her forever to get her into the business, but she's just not biting here. I don't think she's going to be an unfranchised owner, but I showed her this picture on my phone. Let's see if I can bring that. Okay, let's see if I could just bring that over. Okay, so I was showing her that my stomach was kind of looking a little bit like that. After children, it was. So I was rubbing Pentaxel on my stomach, and I got this picture from Maximize Tips and Strategies on Facebook that Don Martin and a few others have created, and I know Ryan Stack's involved in that. So maximize your shopping annuity. And I look at that every morning on Facebook. So maximize your shopping annuity through our exclusive products. They give you tips, and through IBV products. And I just take a snapshot when I see something great. So I'll make testimonials. Here's Joanne Orshan's sister. I know this is hard to see, but I'm always, showing these pictures. This is a guy that we're working with before and after. Now he swears on the TLS supplement. That's what made him win contests. So he said he had a really difficult time, and of course this man is a professional, but he said it was the products. The Axe, the green coffee, the CLA, the core is what did it for him. So if you're on the TLS program, please don't forget to use your supplements because there's science behind them. There's actually a great call from April Rashad on unlimitedlifestyles.com under the record call section on the accelerators. And really, people, when they want to lose weight, and everybody wants to do it quickly. So if they don't see results quickly, they're not going to stay with the program. Please make sure that people stay compliant with our TLS supplements. They really have tremendous amounts of science. So create your own little albums. I have a TLS album, and I just have a great testimonial album, and I'm constantly taking pictures and sharing those with friends, but they're right there on my phone. And today we're in a world that you text things. So I text a lot of things every week. And those of you who work with me know you'll get a text with a testimonial every week or so. I'll just sit there and I'll spend some time. I don't overdo it because I know that people will start to not listen to me anymore. But I will, at least every week to 10 days, send out a testimonial that I know that my people will want to see and that they'll want to share with their customers or their friends. Okay, so we're almost done, but I want to share a sleep product, a couple products. And, a lot of us are having trouble sleeping. That is the number one reason people get sick. The number one reason. You have got to be in a deep sleep. I'm going to actually I will talk about these three. So I take a cap of calcium. I take a cap of L-tryptophan and magnesium. Magnesium is so underutilized. Take a cap of each, and I'm telling you, I'll start to read a book, and before you know it, I wake up in the morning with the book still on me because I went out like a light. Those three are so good together. I know we have a product called Dreams too, but those isotonics really work for me. And Ed, can you just hop in here and tell him your testimonial, since we had to cut him out at the regional, and he's got such a great testimonial on HGH. He sells so much of this. And also on aloe. So let me let Ed sit here.
How are you? I'm Ed Grant. Yep. And so you guys are all familiar with the Prime. I do very, very well with this at the gym. I've got a lot of guys who work out with me who happen to be my age or coming around there. And if you guys aren't familiar with what Prime really does, when you get the HGH helps you increase muscle, helps get rid of that little bit of fat layer right around the stomach. When I go to sleep at night, I'll go to sleep, and I swear to God, in the morning, I'm like, I feel like it took a little layer off. So it really, really, I do feel a difference with it. It's really beneficial for people when they get a teeny bit older. But I talked to a guy down in Philly, and he was only 24 years old, and he said he could really feel a difference. When you're younger, your body produces a lot more HGH, and that's when we go through our period when we're growing. It also strengthens your bones. It does a lot of things. So I'm having good results with that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the aloe right here. The aloe is something that is really near and dear to my heart. I had a bleeding ulcer when I was younger, and they had me in the hospital, wanted to cut my stomach open. They wanted to do bad things to me. And so I took the IV out of my arm and walked out of the hospital, found the aloe. And the aloe is done phenomenal. What it does, aloe vera juice is antibacterial and antifungal. It's not like I really knew all those things. What I did was I knew that I could put it on cuts and burns. It would help it heal quicker. So when I said, well, if it's good for there and you can buy it and it's digestible, I'll put it in my stomach because that's where I have a cut. And it took a little bit. It looked like 3 weeks. But I cured my ulcer with that because it gets rid of the H. pylori, which is the bacteria that gets into your stomach. So aloe, we keep it in the household. Anytime you have a cold, you can put it there in the back of your throat. It'll really clean it out. It is just a phenomenal product. I always remember what Cheryl Dutchess always said. She always said anything from one end to the other, it's great for. I find that the aloe juice, or if you're going to drink any of that, works for anything from the stomach to here, and then the aloe pills are better for things that are lower. So that was my contribution. Thank you.
Okay. And here, I just had to bring Lola into the picture because she loves her pet health, right, Lola? So if you have an animal, please get them on the multivitamin or the pet health. You'll see Andrew's testimonial from our regional with his dogs, but Eve also, she has like a whole, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 dogs in the last couple of years. And she swears by that we're taking care of, I think sometimes our animals we love, some of us are just obsessed with our animals and we want to keep them healthy. So make sure your animals are on the pet health. There's so many great stories on that. Now, I just want to say though, when you do travel too, I don't know why that when people travel, they do get constipated. And these aloe pills, I don't leave home without them because for some reason, traveling upsets people and they get bound up. So take your aloe pills with you and you will not have that problem. Also, Mocha Tonics does a lot of good for that too. It's going to keep you energized and keep things moving. All right. So we want to talk about acne because there's so many teenagers and even adults that still have acne. These are the products that Dr. Dutchess spoke to me about, the Oxygen Plus, the probiotics, the HepatoCleanse, and the curcumin. All right. So those products, my sons are both on those. Unfortunately, they got the acne that I did. I had severe acne. They put me on Accutane, which is horrible. And Dr. Dutchess told me to take these 4 products. So please get on those products. Again, curcumin I would never be without. Also, I want to share. Did I already share the sheet?
You did?
I did. Yeah. So the fruit wash, I love this fruit wash. Your vegetables, I don't even care if they're organic or not. People touch these, fruits and vegetables. So I spray my fruits and vegetables with this fruit wash. I love this new DNA. We have a, bundle and you just open it up. Barry Gollum does some great videos. You just take the product and you just drop it in the bottle with some water and it makes the fruit wash. And of course, you have other products here, a spot remover. They work phenomenal. When you run out of them, you've got the refills. I love these refills. So you could just order the refills. And the bottles you're going to keep this and it's going to be in a great way to keep the environment, to be environmentally safe and sound. All right, we're almost done. Clear Shield. When people come to my house, I apply the Clear Shield. All right, so I let them feel it, and it's so great for the bottom of your feet too. And this, a lot of people that are working in doctors' offices, hospitals use this. This is an invisible glove. So we used to use this all the time. We used to do tests many years ago where we would put this on our hand and then we'd let it dry and then we would pour muriatic acid on our hands. Those of you who know what muriatic acid is, it can burn a hole. In fact, we put tin foil over a bowl. We put a multivitamin, one of those multivitamins, those, I won't say any names, at the bottom. So we used to do this all the time. We stopped doing it because I think we put a hole in a lot of people's carpetings. But anyway, you put on the clear shield, and of course it's got aloe vera. Everything feels so soft. And we poured the muriatic acid in our hand. It didn't touch the hand, but then we poured the rest on the tin foil, and it burned a hole through the tin foil, and it went through and it hit the multivitamin, and the multivitamin didn't budge. And then, of course, it created a terrible smell, so we used a product called SOS, which is an enzyme-based product. You need to get that product. All your bathrooms need to have SOS in there. I cannot believe people have Lysol. That is absolute poison. Here people have children and they're spraying Lysol. Read the back of the can, it's poison. Use SOS. It's natural. It's also a stain remover. So fantastic. Love the Clear Shield. I make sure I put it on before I go out and garden because I have a lot of poison ivy in my yard. And of course, those of you who know me, every local seminar I go to, I use the pH Skin Normalizer, the balancer. Love this product. It actually can get rid of headaches. So, when I'm at a seminar all day long, sometimes you get tired or whatever, I just take it and spray my face. If I have a little bit of a headache, it goes away. The lemongrass, it has herbs in there, and gosh, it's just so refreshing. And people, you got to understand that you need to balance your skin before you use your skincare. We have the most amazing skincare lines. And those of you who are new, make sure you go to a skincare class. I've learned so much from Maria, Constantine, and Kasha, and all the great trainers out there. There's so many of them. Lisa Costa, all of them. I go to their trainings, because I want to learn about all my products. Even though I'm not going to sell them, it's just not my cup of tea. I want to know about them for myself. So I go to all the trainings and, learn a little bit about everything, even though you will specialize on what you want to specialize. So with that, I'm going to kind of end that here. Make sure that you're on a good probiotic every day. I just looked over the probiotics. I always tell the story about my teeth. I actually sponsored a girl. I was trying to sponsor the dentist, but he wanted nothing to do with Nutrimetrics. So still doesn't. But I sponsored the girl that was cleaning my teeth because I had been taking Barbara Marquette had told me to chew the children's probiotics and it might help my gums because my gums have been bleeding forever. And 2 months of chewing a couple of these a day got rid of the bleeding gums. So I thank Barbara for telling me about that, but also I've helped so many people with bleeding gums. So let's see.
The back pain regimen?
Oh, the back pain regimen. Somebody asked me to repeat. Yes. I am going to hold up. I thought this would be very effective. So that is 2 OPCs. I'm going to actually hold it here. Let's just hold it for everybody. That is the regimen for my back. Let's see. Is that good, Ed? And believe me, this works. So tell people about it. We have sold a lot of products. Unfortunately, I had this injury in my back, but fortunately, I've been able to help tremendous amounts of people. So I want to get something like this going on once a month or once every 6 weeks. So I'm going to be recruiting some of the leaders across the country and asking them to get some of their teams together to share some of their testimonials. So we look forward to continuing to educate the public and share these testimonials. They're from my heart. They're honest. They're true. Even if I had never done this company again, which absolutely wouldn't happen, I would always be on these products. Our company brings the best products and services, and we've got science to back them up. So thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight, and everyone have a wonderful evening. Good night. Did we? I think we're off.